Okay. So the interview questions they will ask. Um, Tomorrow we'll see the remaining parts. Okay. Now we'll see interview question. Yeah. Go ahead. No, today. See, that's what today. Not much people are there. Okay. Tomorrow we'll do it. If someone comes or not, I don't want to miss people to miss that. Okay. So we'll use this time for interview questions. It will be useful for us also, for them also. Okay. Tomorrow we'll create the dashboards for the attack related things. Hmm? Okay. So the first question. Okay. What is the difference between, okay, we have discussed TCP and UDP. Important question. Every interview they'll have this question. What is the difference? TCP is connection oriented. Ah, UDP is connectionless. Example, what is the example? Download of a file, web web browsing. Okay, Zoom or Blue Jeans calls, DNS updates. All these things are UDP related. Okay, okay. This is important questions. They will definitely 100% they will ask. What is the difference in between router and switch? If someone asks, what you will give? Router is a layer 3 device. Okay. Switch is a layer 2 device. Okay. Routing happens using IP address. Okay. Routing happens using MAC address. Okay. What is the difference between, that much only you have to explain what you will explain. Beyond that, it is not required. They also don't expect for you to have, because you are not a network engineer, right? But when you are working in that environment, they expect at least you know them. So what is the difference in between, okay, layer 7? Okay, before to that, okay, one more question. What are different layers in OSI model? Tell me guys. Application. Application, what it is? What is the application layer? Huh? Now, okay. All the system and third party, third party applications available in an operating system. Correct, right? Like, like, okay. Hmm? Like, right? Tell me, guys. Like browser, huh? Browser, if you have to say, it can be IE browser, or it can be a Chrome, or it can be Firefox, anything. Okay. Then, okay, this is the one. Okay. Another application. Another application. DNS. Okay. For every time when you enter any URL in the browser, who is taking care of that? It is taken care by DNS only. Okay. Like whether where that web server is present, all those things will be taken care by DNS. Any other application? You and me are talking now on which? All those things are called as video or audio conferencing. Okay, applications. Then what else? Come on, man. Even your system applications. Okay, like calculator. Got it right? Okay. Network control panel. NP, TCL, right? What it is? Network control panel. Okay. Okay. This is also one. Run is also one application. NCPA, CPL. Okay. Okay. Run is also an application. Whatever it gets open now is also an application. This is also an application. Okay. All these things are applications. Okay. These are system related applications. Your clock is also an application. Okay. Your battery is also an application. Correct, right? Okay. So all these are applications. Okay. Next. Next. Next layer is, guys, presentation. Tell me one example. Presentation. You entered google.com. Fonts. Correct, right? Guys, presentation. Which fonts you are using in the browser or anywhere, or like what kind of, like I am talking to you. My voice is going to you. How it is going? It is like my voice is chopped into pieces. Okay. And that pieces, it is like kind of some encoding they are doing, and their compression they are doing. So encoding, compression, all these things are called as like which fonts when I send normal data, how it is going to you. Okay, all those things. Okay, is called as presentation, how it is going. Okay. Then session. Tell me. Session. Tell me. Any example? Simple example. Session means immediate thing, one thing it has to come to you. When I, no audio, nothing, 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 nothing. No, 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 not related to that. Just Gmail I clicked. Usually when I click Gmail, what it should come? Username and password has to come. But what I am getting? What I am getting? Huh? Directly opening because I have the I have the cookies with me. My username and password, server has given me some token. Using that token, the server will take that token which is stored in my browser and goes and reaches this server that, oh, you have given me some server token, that is cookie, that server token. Okay. If you see here, this is a cookie. Huh? Some server token. This is okay. Please take this and let me join into the login. Let me log in. Then server accepts it if it is valid, checks it in its server and tells that, oh, you are a valid person. See, this is your response is your all your mails. Okay. Okay. Let me check where it went. Yeah, here. Okay. So cookies are is one example of session. Okay. This like after 1 month or 6 months you will try to log in. The cookie will have some expiry time. So it will expire after some time. Server will remove it. But if your browser is holding the same thing and if you take it to the server that I want to log into the Google with this server means those things are all not possible. Try to enter your username and password again and then try to log in. Then you will get a username and login password to enter page. Okay, that is called as session. Session is not related to any audio or anything or something like that. It is just like your connectivity to the server, that particular session is active or not. Example I am telling you. You are logged into the banking application. 10 minutes you waited for that. Okay. And you haven't even touched it after logging in. Okay. Then what happens automatically? It will log out. Try to log out. Inactivity, inactive time. Correct, right? So even if you go and try to, even though if you try to go and see and click it, okay, what it will happen? It will tell that you have logged in. And one more thing, you click the back button, okay, on the login page of that your whatever the banking application. If you click the back button, what it will say? It will log out automatically because every page will have a session cookie here in real time, like banking more secured applications. Okay, every page will have a cookie. When you click the back button, a new old cookie will be there, so it will be expired, which is already expired, so you are not allowed to log in. So you will get a logout. Again you have to log in. Got it, right? Clear, right? Okay, that is a session. Next, presentation. Session presentation, sorry. Transport. Hmm. Either uh, what type of transport? Okay, guys, it is not your system is going to decide. It is your application is going to decide. Inside it is written that which transport it has to be used. Okay, for every application, either it is blue jeans or it is like my network application or it can be a browser. Okay, HTTP is what? It uses TCP or UDP? HTTP. Huh? TCP. Is it okay for you to see half page only? No, right? All the data has to come, right? So for that, data connection first you will establish, and based on the acknowledgement you will be receiving the data, and you are again asking for the more data. Again after getting the acknowledgement, you will send an acknowledgement and get the more data, like that. Okay, web content is always TCP. Okay, so audio in between, audio or video streams, streaming, which uses UDP. Okay, depending upon the type. Say for example DNS, how many times you will send when you are browsing, how many times you will be doing? Like I might be like sending, like opening hundreds of pages within one day. So I do I need to put all these transactions to be recorded at my server? No, not required. I should I wait for acknowledgement? I should see anything, all these things. If it is like your system alone, it is okay. In an organization, 1 lakh machines will be there. Everybody is using the browser, and everybody is trying to reach the Google, and everybody is trying to reach Amazon. For everyone, for their connections to establish with the DNS for getting the data, like to get the host names, the IP address of the machines which you are trying to reach, means like google.com IP address or Amazon IP address or Flipkart IP addresses. If you use TCP connections, just imagine how much load will be there on the DNS server. So that's why we use UDP for DNS. Okay, got it right? Okay, okay. But web pages it is required because some network connections will be slow, some network connections will be fast. Correct, right? So somewhere if any disconnection happens, the other person will not be in a position to get the entire data. But whereas in your browser, if you try something like to reach Amazon.com, but DNS request it gets created from your internally from the background from your system to DNS server, your internal DNS server or external DNS server. If it won't get, again you will try to just refresh the page. Again a new DNS request will go. That is the easiest part. But here web you should have always TCP. Okay, DNS uses UDP. Okay, so that is a transport. Any one protocol they will use. They don't use both. Remember that. Then transport. Then next network. Ah, network is for routing from one network to another network. Did I anytime mention? Okay, that from one system to another system within the same organization you definitely need a router? No, you can use switch also. Correct, right? But when you are moving from your organization network to the internet, definitely you need a router. Correct, right? Okay, from one network, from your network to the external network, or from the external network to another network. Okay, if you want to move, those systems are connected using the routers. So routers are designated with the named using some IP addresses. So to reach google.com, you have to pass through router. So until unless if you have an IP address, they won't be in a position to help you how to reach the Google server. So the routers will take the, oh, this is the destination IP address you want. Okay, I'll take you to there. So go this way. Then another router will take it. Where you want to go? I want to go to this IP address. Oh, go this direction. Like that, it will be telling. Okay. Okay. Then, okay. Data link layer. Uh, yeah. Within within the network. Very good. One Sunita said something from one system another. From my system to I have to just reach router. Just reach to the router means next my home laptop is there and router is there. From this laptop to router I have to reach. Forget about reaching Google. From this machine to the next machine without MAC address it is not possible. IP address is network. Okay, which is not helpful for you. Okay, to move from like just one step you put another next step you have to put means for that particular purpose even for routers or systems or for anything. Okay, MAC address is mentioned in important from one system to another. Okay, physical is like just all bits and bytes are transferred. Okay, is this done? Is it clear for you guys? Okay, next, what is, so okay, layer 7. Remember this is important. Layer 6, layer 5, layer 4. Important interview questions. Okay, don't, layer 2, layer 1. Okay, if someone tells what are layer 7 security devices, tell me. No, pakka name I want. The proper name I want. What are layer 7 security devices? WAF. That's how you have to say. Then anything else is there? Remember anything else is there? Okay. Okay. WAF is, huh? No, no, no. No, no, no. Antivirus is like just, what do you say? It works as both. What do you say? It is just, it's a file or IP based, everything it comes. Okay. That's what will come to the next level. Okay. Ah, now, what are layer 5 devices? Any idea layer 5? Any device is there like that? Layer 5? Have you seen? No. Any layer 4 device is there? Any device? Huh? Hey, router is layer 3 device. I told you clearly. Okay. Layer 4. Ah, okay. See, layer 4 is your layer 4. What it will be there? UDP port or TCP port, like that we are discussing, right? Correct, right? So ports and all comes in our firewall. Correct, right? Firewall is a layer 3 and below. All layers it will work. Okay, got it right? Like it will take layer 4 and below. Layer 4 and below. Okay, layer 4 means which ports it has to be blocked. Okay, which ports it has to be blocked. Ports, when I say TCP ports and UDP ports. Okay, okay, has to be blocked, and which ports to be opened. Okay, all these things are told. Okay, now you tell me one more question I'll ask here itself. Okay, how many how many ports are there in a system? 100%? Okay, okay. Only 65,536 ports are there. 100%. TCP ports are 65,536. Same amount of UDP ports are there. 65,536 ports. Okay, remember. Okay, that is these many number of ports are there. Okay, okay. Next, seventh. Okay, now what is the difference? Huh, yeah, no, 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 no. See, ports are something like the pipes. Okay, let me show you some example. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you are telling. I will give you. No, 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 no. I'll give you the pictorial representation. Okay, so that it will be clarifying for you. Okay, what is this? This is a OSI layer. Okay, shit, bloody. Okay, this is here and here. Okay, and here. Okay, let it be. I don't want control over it. Okay. So in real time, all application only will take care of till which layer to which layer. From here to here, like no. From presentation session layer. Okay. Application presentation session layer will take care. Okay. Forget about that. Okay. And now it has to given to the TCP. Just I'll give you that. Okay. Now example I will be giving you. You are doing in your system real time now itself. Okay. You are doing some browsing. Okay. That means HTTP. At the same moment of time, you are doing some kind of internally in the background without knowing to you. DNS will come into the picture. Correct, Rice? Am I correct or not? Okay. Without knowing to you. Correct, right? Okay. And same time I'm communicating with you guys over blue this one. Okay, what is that using blue jeans. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay, so many like this it will be there on real time. Now you tell me, now you tell me. Okay, now you have you have you have next layer. Got it right? Okay, like this. Okay, in this you have some pipes. Okay, any data either it has to go to, okay, that is eh, that it has to go to, oi, that it has to go to the TCP block, or it has to go to the UDP. How many ports it will be there? What I told you guys. Okay, okay. This is one pipe. Just see this. Okay. Ah, one more pipe. The black thing is a pipe. Okay. One more pipe. One more pipe. Let me give it like this. Pipe one, two, three, four. Yeah. I'll clarify. Just let me finish this because like after I finish, right, then you will get the clarity. Then that time you can you'll get the better picture. That time you can ask just so like this continuously. Okay, so many pipes will be there like 1 2 3 4 5 6 like this. 65,536 pipes you have. Okay, now same way you have. Okay, eh, same way you have. Okay, same way you have UDP ports. How many you have? 2 3. Okay, now, okay, now this is a server example I'm telling because the client will have random ports, right? So server will take. Okay, now Just example, you take a system which is a server. Okay, now HTTP, all the requests will be received at port 80. Correct, right? Somewhere here, port 80. It will be received here and it will. Okay. Now you tell me HTTP where it will point now? Port 80. Correct, right? Okay. So this is consider this is a port 80 pipe. This is the pipe. Okay. Which is a TCP. Okay. Now the data, whatever it is coming in and going out, will be funneling through this particular pipe. Other pipes will not get disturbed. Okay. Now DNS. If the system is sending or receiving some DNS request, okay, so it will be at port 53 of UDP port. So this is a port 53 example. Example I'm just giving. Okay, 53. So it will be like pointed to that particular port. Yes, port 50. This port 53, whatever it is there, you can UDP in TCP might not be used. Correct, right? Because it is TCP port. So UDP port only it will get pointed out. So this pipes, whatever it is there, right? Okay, where it has to go, okay, which services, okay, and the blue jeans is on, say for example, on some 1050 or something, or 8080 something, okay, 8080 or something. Example, it is pointed out here like this. Okay, so different applications, different ports, they will be blocked. I mean, like they'll be latched to some ports. Okay, this particular thing, whatever this thing is there, right? This is called as DCP. These are TCP or UDP port services. Okay, so now from external world, okay, if it is a web server, the destination port is port 80. So the traffic will come here, physical layer, and data link layer thinks that, oh, this is my system data only. Then it will give to the network layer, oh, this belongs to my system. And when it's checked in the protocol of the IP packet, it has found that it is a web traffic, and it is belongs to the TCP. And it will is in the TCP which port it is 80. So it will just put the data on 80. It will go to the HTTP. Got it? Yeah. Uh, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. No, that's what I'm telling you. If I give the same picture, yeah, I'll tell you. If I take the same picture at the client side, I'll tell you. That's what. Okay. Okay. Blue Jeans application here it will use some, no, 880. This will tell that use any random port. Correct, right? Any random port. Client will use any random port. Okay. No, 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 no. Server port will be the same always. Okay, this port will be the same, fixed. That is port HTTP anywhere in the world, it is HTTP port 80 only. Browser when it is creating like this, okay, what is the source port? Source port means random port. By that time, whichever the port it is available freely, that is like port 80,900. Okay, so it might be like this. It might be like this. Let me cut this. Okay, it might be port 80,900. So it will be port 80,900, something random port. Okay, here. This might be not 80. The client port will be what? Some 55,000 something. I mean like 5,000 something. Okay. So when I send the, you need two ports, which in transport layer it will put two ports: source port, destination port. Source port means this it will put. Okay, 5,000. Okay, where it has to go? By default, you belongs to the browser, right? It is like port 80 or 443. Anyone, HTTPS means, and because throughout the world they are listening at this port only, destination ports. Got it right? Okay. Throughout the world, Blue Jeans is listening at here only. Throughout the world, your UDP DNS servers are listening at this port. Okay. So that's why as soon as anyone comes with the request, they'll be kept here and they'll be sent. Okay, to the DNS. But to reach again back, anyhow, you have when you received it, which port they are communicating. So you'll put that as again destination port and you'll send it. Got it right? So then it will go to the same port. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, let's move with our, now the clarification happened, right? The same thing I have explained in earlier classes. I would request you guys have to go through that so that we don't need to repeat that thing here. Okay, fine. Okay, okay. So what is the difference in between WAF and WAF and what it is firewall? Simple way you have to tell, guys. WAF and firewall. And perfect. That's it. WAF layer 7 security device. Okay. And firewall. Perfect. That's it. Because we have finished the network concepts and security concepts, right? Till what and all they will ask, those questions only we are discussing. We are not discussing anything beyond that. Okay. 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 Now let us. What is next gen firewall? Hmm. What is next gen firewall, guys? Yeah, 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 that is correct only. But what is it? Hmm? What is it? Simple questions they will definitely ask. Simple questions only they will definitely ask. Hmm? Okay. Layer 7 to, okay, layer 7 and below. Okay. Next gen, next gen firewall works works in layer works at, or works at layer 7 and below layers. Means like you need not to have a WAF or anything to be placed separately. That itself will work as a this thing, the entire thing. Okay. Um, okay. Next. Um, okay. Give me a second. Let me stop the screen share. 1 second. Okay. Now, what is CIA? Okay. What is meant by CIA? Yes. Uh, What is CIA? Okay. What is CIA? Okay. Confidentiality. Security of any organization is binded to only these three words. Confidentiality. Confidentiality means the information whichever it has to be sent has to send it very confidentially. How you can achieve this? Tell me one tool, one method. Confidentiality, how you can? Encryption. Correct, right? Guys, if it is passing through, even someone sees it, no, they don't even come to know about what's data in that. Okay. Integrity. Okay. No one should alter data. Yes, alter the data or modify the data. Okay. Ah, what we have example, one thing you give me, how you can check it? Checksum. Correct, right? If you see my IP packets related information, checksums are there. But in real world, whether someone has actually modified any data or not, how you will come to know is hash, hash, hashing. Hashing is also one example. If you want to see, just go here, hashing online. Okay. I have 100 files. Okay. I have 100 files. Okay. This is one file. Anything. It can be executable file or anything. Okay. Something. And what I'll do, I have a file name. Okay. Something like this. And its hash value means this entire file, when I kind of encryption, one technique if I use, okay, one way of encryption, we say hash means one way of encryption. Okay. I will note down it in a file. Okay. Like this. This is the some file name, one.txt something, and its file name. Somewhere I have written it in some database or some location. Okay. And I have what I have done, like this, multiple files are there. Okay. Um, if you see, I'll keep one extra. I get just given one extra, and see this, whatever the value we have, what happens to this? You see, FEA is there at the end, right? AE9 it has. If I remove again one, FAE will come. FEA will come again. Okay. If someone modifies anything, okay, it will be automatically the value get changed. Okay. If you find any hash value change happens, okay, whatever in your database, and what when you before you try to execute it, okay, if you see the hash value of that and this compare with this, okay, if it is any change, that means someone has actually modified. So this kind of security techniques companies will use. You got what I'm saying? Okay. So this is called as hashing. Okay. So hash is used for what? For integrity checks. Someone has not modified my file. Okay. Availability. Okay. Okay. You are the right person. You have credentials to log in. Okay. Huh? And you are the right customer to access your data. But you are not allowed to access. When those conditions happens, DDoS attacks, distributed denial of service nowadays means someone will bombard your server with lot of fake requests, and your like genuine customers are not able to access the server. You are IRCTC customer, okay, genuine case, okay, you are not able to book the Tatkal ticket because everyone will jump in that particular. If it is a availability of your organization like IRCTC in such a, every customer should be able to access at least. Whether they will successfully get that booking or not, it is out of question, but the page should be at least should be able to access. Okay, so that kind of services like DDoS attacks, all these things. Okay, DDoS protection tools to be used for availability. Protection tool, protection tools. Arbor is one. Arbor is one protection tool, which is helps us in identifying the DDoS attacks. Okay, so this is about the CIA. I'll take some more time. Bear with me. Okay, encryption. Encryption. What is meant by encryption? Converting plain text, guys, to cipher text is called encryption. Got it? Huh? Okay. So, what are different types of algorithms? Or what are different techniques are there? Symmetric and asymmetric. Now tell me symmetric means? Huh? Symmetric. You guys forgot already. These are, yeah, same key. Asymmetric, yeah, the sender same key used before for encryption and decryption. Key is used, right? Converting one form of plain text to encryption format using a key. The same key is used for decryption. So this is like if someone gets the key, but it is very danger, right? Asymmetric means, okay, used, okay, private and public keys. Okay, encryption encryption happens with what key? Private key. And decryption happens using public key. Okay, okay, ah, okay. So different algorithms are there. What are those you have to see? DS is what? Which algorithm? All those things you have to remember that you try once. Okay, you guys. Okay. So now these are four important things. Okay. Okay. What is meant by vulnerability? What is meant by vulnerability? Vulnerability important. Weakness. That is perfect word you have to use. Weakness of any application or weakness in any application. In any application or operating system or hardware. Anything. Any weakness is there, right? Then there is a threat for us of losing data or, okay, malfunction or, okay, security risk, right? Or anything. Okay, so is it will be a risk. Okay, it is a threat. It is a threat of losing data or anything. It will be a of risk of, okay, critical data or minor data or some normal data loss. So that is a risk. Okay. So this risk, people who attackers will use a technique to for this vulnerability, and they will start accessing the data which might be critical or minor or some kind of uh, data. Got it, guys? Guys, you are not there. Francis is very silent today. Okay, okay, fine. Uh, so this is the thing. Then what else we have? Okay, defense in depth. What is the defense in depth? As you get into your organization, okay, first, what you are going to place? You are going to place firewall. Correct, right? As you move into organization, the security of the okay network is implemented in layered approach. First, entering first you need to pass through firewall. Then if you have to go to a router, means you have to pass through WAF. Then after entering into that system, if there is any antivirus or anything is there, you have to pass through that. Okay, or host based firewall. Host based firewall means, like as I said, right, this one, your system will also have a firewall inside, which ports to be allowed, which ports should not be allowed. Okay, all inbound rules and outbound rules you can write it here. Okay, so all these things, host based firewall. Okay, then this is different defense in depth. As you get inside, you will be putting lot of security devices in place. Okay, to reach like to make more secure of your data. Okay, so then what else you have? Defense in depth is done. 0 day. Okay, see, this is important thing. Okay, they definitely ask this question. Defense in depth, sorry, 0 day attack, 0 day. Say example, let us see we have any 0 days. Okay, anything is here, anything is here. Okay, not required. I will tell you. Okay, this is the one of the what do you say, website where the vulnerabilities are there. Okay, let us see which is the latest vulnerability. Okay, this is the latest vulnerability 10 hours ago. Okay, CVA ask password in Tom 2.0 is returning one with something, some it is there. Okay, let us go to that particular thing. Okay, so this is actually today's 10 hours before this vulnerability they have identified. Okay, something related to some encryption, something. okay, which I don't, whether you have this device or not. Today, this is Tomb 2.0 is something, some software or something is there. Okay, Tomb 2.0 is some software or some hardware, I don't know, but it is there. Okay, so that particular software or hardware, whoever is manufactured, okay, they will be telling us, okay, oh boss, this is a error which we have identified, okay, and we can easily bypass your encryption or something like that, okay, and we are telling whether you will tell it to the customer, I mean like to the vendor, where it is software. Say for example, consider this only operating system. Today some attacker or someone security researcher has identified some easiest way to log in into Windows system without knowing to other person's um, password. Somehow he has identified some technique. Okay, on that day itself, will Microsoft Windows will have a fix for that? No. From the day the attacker or to the entire world, okay, that that there is a vulnerability is there. Someone has come to know that some vulnerability is there. That particular day is called as 0 day. 0 day means there is no fix for that yet in the market. Means Windows also doesn't have any fix for that particular security risk. Okay, so it is a threat that anyone can actually log into that. So what is the exploit is just you have to go to that machine and you have to right click on that and select this option. That is called as exploit. Okay, so you have a vulnerability. The vulnerability is the person can actually log into the system uh, without any uh, uh, the password. Okay, that is the vulnerability. Okay, the threat is like he can actually get into the system. Okay, the the risk is the customer might lose the data to someone else. Okay, and the expectation is the steps what he is following. Okay, so the day which we have identified this particular vulnerability, okay, is called as 0 day. Someone who has told this to the bigger world, to the entire world, that day is called as 0 day. Okay, and from the day to till date, the company like Microsoft gives a fix for this particular bug, for this security bug is called as nth day. N n I said this nth day. Okay, this is called as nth day. Okay, so this particular thing uh, is called as nth day. Okay, means it took n days to fix the bug. Till that time, you are very much vulnerable for the attack. Okay, anyone from somewhere in the world, if he tries to just know your IP address, how to reach into your network, they can easily exploit. So you should be very cautious during that particular time. Okay, the day the entire world knows about this particular attack, about this vulnerability, is called as 0 day. From that particular day to the day when you get the fix is called as nth day. Means it might be 10 days or 20 days or it can be 1 month or it can be next day itself, nth day. Okay, is it clear, guys? Okay, and there is something called as vulnerability assessment and pen testing. What is meant by VA and PT? The day the the day on which vulnerability is, is known to the entire security community or world is called as 0 day. These are the important questions, guys. Okay. Now, what is VA and what is PT? Vulnerability assessment means scanning the systems, scanning the systems for uh, identifying the weakness. Okay, is called as vulnerability assessment. Okay, when you do pen testing, you are going to do it, but first you have to do scanning and then find the vulnerabilities and then you do the pen testing on that. Some companies, what they do is they just do the vulnerability assessments every day or every week. That's why you have something tools like Nessus and Acunetics or something. I might be writing this something spelling wrong or something. So pen testing is the complete process of, okay, identifying the vulnerabilities and exploiting exploiting them as well. Means you are attacking the system also. Not only you are identifying the weakness but also attacking them. Okay, so usually pen testing we don't do it often for the networks and all, but we do a lot of vulnerability assessments in the organization in real time. To be frank, you don't do every month pen testing, maybe three quarterly once you do, because it is very danger for you, like, to completely do complete pen testing by just like you cannot attack all the real-time systems and all these things. Okay, should be very careful with that. So this is about the pen testing. Vulnerability assessment is just subpart. First step of the any pen testing activity is vulnerability assessment, weaknesses of your systems. Then after you identify the weaknesses, okay, then yes, correct. Scanning means you are just trying to scan the system, which ports are open, which ports are not open. Okay, yes. And in that itself, if you have very good tools, they will tell that, okay, Nessus and all, Acunetics and all, they what they say, oh, this particular protocol is there. Please update this. This particular service is enabled. Please disable. The suggestions also it will give for you in Nessus. Okay. So that is the advantage of those advanced tools. Nmap and all, it won't give such kind of suggestions and everything. Just all these ports are open, these ports are closed. Okay, this port is having this service. That's it. What you like, whether the suggestions and all won't be there. But Nessus and Acunetics are paid tools, right? They give suggestions also, which ports are really danger to open them or something like that. Okay. Okay. So this is about. Uh, did I? Ah, good. Okay. Now let's stop this